Cassiopeia is one of the most recognizable constellations in the night sky, distinguished by its striking W or M shape, depending on its position. However, beyond its celestial beauty, this constellation carries a rich mythological story deeply tied to themes of pride, punishment, and the consequences of arrogance. In Greek mythology, Cassiopeia was the queen of Ethiopia and the wife of King Cepheus. Together, they ruled over their kingdom, but Cassiopeia was known not just for her regal status, but for her overwhelming vanity. According to legend, she claimed that she and her daughter, Andromeda, were more beautiful than the Nereids, the sea nymphs who were favored by Poseidon. This act of arrogance enraged the sea god, who saw it as an insult to the divine beauty of the nymphs. In retaliation, Poseidon sent a massive sea monster, sometimes identified as Cetus, to ravage the coasts of Ethiopia. Seeking to save their kingdom, Cepheus and Cassiopeia consulted an oracle, who delivered a devastating decree. The only way to appease Poseidon's wrath was to sacrifice their daughter, Andromeda, to the monster. Despite the queen's vanity, she had no power to defy the gods, and Andromeda was chained to a rock by the sea, left as an offering to the creature. However, fate intervened in the form of Perseus, the hero who had just slain the Gorgon Medusa. Riding on the winged horse Pegasus, Perseus arrived just in time to rescue Andromeda. He confronted the sea monster and used Medusa's severed head to turn it to stone. Andromeda was freed, and Perseus eventually took her as his wife, securing her place among the stars as a constellation. Though Andromeda's fate turned from tragedy to triumph, Cassiopeia was not as fortunate. The gods did not forget her arrogance, and as punishment, she was placed in the heavens as a constellation. However, her placement was not one of honor. She was positioned in such a way that, for part of the night, she appears upside down, forced to dangle from her throne as a reminder of her vanity and the consequences of her pride. The story of Cassiopeia serves as a cautionary tale, warning against arrogance and excessive pride. Her fate is a testament to the idea that beauty and power should not lead to hubris, as even a queen is not beyond the reach of divine justice. Despite her punishment, the constellation Cassiopeia remains one of the most famous in the Northern Hemisphere. Visible throughout the year in many parts of the world, it has guided sailors and stargazers for centuries. Its shape is easily recognizable, forming a distinctive W or M, depending on the time of year. This celestial throne continues to remind us of the myth of the vain queen and the lessons her story carries. The constellation also plays a role in scientific discovery. Since it is located near the celestial pole, it is used as a reference point for astronomers and navigators. Several deep space objects, including the famous supernova remnant Cassiopeia A, reside within its boundaries. From mythology to modern science, Cassiopeia's influence stretches far beyond legend. Her story is not just about punishment, but also about legacy. While she may have been condemned for her arrogance, her name lives on among the stars. Her presence in the sky serves as both a warning and a reminder that beauty, power, and pride can be fleeting, but the stories we leave behind endure for eternity.